Good evening, guys. Vino here. It is Tuesday, February 24th, 2026. It's a little bit after 8 p.m. right now. I just had my dinner. I made myself a quick little like roti pizza situation with some pepperoni again. Didn't feel like cooking fully right now, so the pizza is like kind of cooking, but not really. But today was a rough one. The day kicked my ass. I started the morning not so great because I had made my breakfast. It was supposed to be like one of those frozen rectangle pizzas that you can pop in the toaster oven for like a few minutes and get that ready. That's what I usually have first thing in the morning, just to kind of have a solid meal. It's like a bacon, pepperoni, cheese kind of combination flavor, but usually I'm able to like get it cooked, eat it quickly, and then start my day for 8:30 a.m. in the morning. That's when I start my workday. But today, for some reason, my toaster oven, I guess the power for it was not strong enough to some of it. So instead of cooking it all the way through, it kind of was like still a little bit kind of raw or like kind of semi like not there yet for the full crispiness. So my genius brain decided, okay, maybe I can do like just one more minute instead of just letting it sit in the toaster oven like I sometimes do. And then I ended up that 1 minute just fully burnt it. So so had to get something else made. So I quickly put some chicken strips as my breakfast instead. Had that, had a granola bar, and then I just like to like have a quick like shake, like a milkshake situation. Usually I'm pretty solid about that. It's not the greatest start to my day in that sense, but I was like, okay, at least I had breakfast. So I started my workday. And then today it was incredibly cold outside. It was like -18 wind chill. So my furnace kept on turning on and off. So I was getting hot and then I was getting cold again. And as I was working, I just started getting like this really like bad headache as I was like handling my kind of calls and my work and my troubleshooting here and there for work. And by halfway through my shift, I felt really bad, both like in terms of the headache and in terms of just my stomach was not feeling well. So then I got like some kind of like food poison situation. I think maybe I ate the chicken strips too fast or it wasn't cooked enough for that either. So yeah, by the time I finished my day, I was just like, oof, I was throwing up. It was not good. So between the headache and throwing up and whatever food poisoning I got, my energy was completely dead by the end of my shift. So that really kicked my butt. But the good thing is I tried to kind of take like a short 20-minute, 30-minute, not nap, just kind of sat still and tried not to feel nauseous. And then I had lunch with my dad, like a late lunch pretty much, and I felt better by then. So I got my energy back. Headache was pretty much starting to go away. And then now that I've had my dinner too, I feel much better. I got my energy back. I've got my kind of focus again. So yeah, it was not a good way to have my Tuesday start, let alone how it affected my body on top of that. But it's okay. I survived. I cannot complain. I still managed my workday as best as I could under those conditions. So it is what it is. But on a positive note, beyond me recovering by the end of the day here, I got my pay bump for the annual year. So had my year-end performance review in December or November, December as usual. And then yeah, my supervisor, my manager told me, yep, you're good on the approval. So I've got my wonderful 3% bump in the corporate world. So it is what it is. It's not a big exciting thing, but a win's a win, something in the right direction. Honestly, I'm sure everybody knows any kind of corporate role like pay bump, it's like maybe 3%, like 3.75%, 4%, somewhere in that range, which is really not a lot depending on what your salary is. But hey, it's better than nothing. So I'll take it. Probably most of that bump is going to like take effect probably the beginning of March. So not yet, but just got informed today about that too. So that's a plus in some form. I have to change the mindset. It's a plus, so it's okay. It's a win in my books. But yeah, beyond that, I was able to finish my second K-drama that I was wrapping up yesterday night. So again, 12 episodes, not too bad. It was a pretty like cute story. Had some conflict, but nothing too crazy. I enjoyed it. But yeah, I'm satisfied with that. I'm now back in the mindset of let's do other things. I'm not interested in like watching more like Korean dramas or any dramas right now. There have been some recommendations in my Instagram algorithm, as I kind of mentioned before. It kind of gives me clips of certain shows and things. So I'm debating about it, but honestly, I would rather not start another show and not be interested. I am kind of semi interested. I want to see if I can get into some of my older shows in terms of like I miss watching anime. I used to read a lot of manga and like Japanese comic books or anime. Manga back in the day. But now it's like I just haven't had the time before. Now I have a little bit more time. I have better systems, so I'm thinking about it. One of the things I'm really kind of wanting to do is if people know the anime or the manga One Piece. It's quite popular. I'm sure everybody knows it's one of the big threes from the eras. I used to keep up with it a lot. I'm a little bit out of the loop now. I know what has happened so far for the storyline, but I really want to watch One Piece kind of from the beginning to now, or at the very least, if I can maybe read the manga again, read the Japanese comics somewhere online, maybe I try to catch up that way. I'm always a person where I do enjoy watching animation. I love like Japanese anime. I've seen things from like almost a decade, 20 years ago to 30 years ago. I started watching shows like Inuyasha, if anyone's knowing that show, and things like Sailor Moon, Saint Seiya, like all those things. But when it comes to like the current classics, like I'm really behind on One Piece. So still behind that. So hopefully I get a chance to either read the manga or watch the anime. One of those two, doesn't matter which. But I'm leaning more towards the reading the comic books more, or the manga more. But if I find a good like source for the show itself online, I might go for that. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, though that was kind of my day today. As I said, it kind of started rough, but it is what it is. Hopefully, I'm able to kind of recover better. I do feel a lot better now, so which is good. I don't feel nauseous. I'm back to my generally good energy. I am debating again now that I'm like not having any kind of stomach issue or digestion issue today. I kind of want to have a dessert of some kind before I go to bed. But I'm also, again, worried about staying up too late. So, gotta find the balance. Hopefully everybody else's day went much better than mine. Again, I took the hit today, but it's okay. It is what it is. I made through it. So, that's kind of my mantra. It is what it is. I say that to myself a lot because some things you can control, some things you can't. I've kind of said it over and over in my videos before. Controllables and uncontrollables. The controllable was I could have eaten better in the morning. I should have made a healthier breakfast. I tried to rush it this morning, and that was my mistake. So kind of learned the lesson, and now we gotta move on. But for the uncontrollables, I mean, apparently we're supposed to get a bunch of snow again starting tomorrow. So that's gonna be a pain in the butt. I have to clean the snow, but hey, that's Canadian winters. Been in Canada for almost like 25 years at this point, and it should not surprise me. I just have to roll with the punches and take care of the property. As a homeowner, I got to make sure that I maintain my property and clean the snow in my driveway constantly, just so that I'm not hurting my house. Because property tax is rough, and we got to make sure that we handle the home that we have. So I will be hopefully, again, fingers crossed. I'm hoping that sometimes they're wrong with the weather and the snow is not that bad. If it is bad, at least hopefully I'm praying for some light snow just so that it's easier to clean. So I can finish my workday tomorrow and then just go straight to cleaning it and then have my lunch again. So I'm hoping to like kind of get that done on time and not exhaust myself. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Catch you in the next one. Have a good night. Peace.